They essentially remove all of the new features. Well, not new. This game came out almost 30 years ago. Okay, turn it off. That's all we can afford. What's going on, you guys? Steve here, and in this video, I want to show off a few of the EX characters in Virtual On Oratorio Tangram for the Sega Dreamcast. In this game, there's alternate versions for Raiden and Temujin. Long story short, these are two very stripped down versions of the characters where they play exactly like the original Sega Saturn versions of the characters. They essentially remove all of the new features. Well, not new. This game came out almost 30 years ago. All of the tech that came out in this sequel is gone. No air dashing, no dashing shifts where you can change directions while you're dashing, no turbo weapons. There's not much that I can actually show, but I just want to raise awareness and just highlight this because this game is very niche and these characters are even more niche because anybody who knows about this game probably doesn't even know about them. I haven't seen much information on them, even on the game's wiki. So you unlock the EX versions of Temujin and Raiden by beating the game in fog mode without losing. It's pretty challenging. This game is already hard enough when you can see, but when they add that old Dreamcast fog, it makes it very hard. In fog mode, you have to be very reliant on audio cues. Ultimately, I think it makes you better at the game. I feel like I improved, but yeah, it is kind of tough. It took me a minute to figure this out, but I got it done and I want to share it with you guys. So let's see if we can set this up in training mode. So quick select is probably the easiest way to access these characters. With the regular character select screen, it's very cool, the whole visual where you're scrolling through the hangar, but there is a timer and that animation as you're scrolling through the different characters takes up a bunch of time. So you have to be very fast and you might have only 1 or 2 seconds left over if you're really fast with the input. I highly recommend quick select if you want to give yourself more grace, more time selecting, because the inputs are kind of nuts. I guess we can show off Alpha Temujin first. That's actually his name. I'll add the input on screen. You have to be pretty quick with this or it's not going to count, which kind of sucks. And you should get some type of audio feedback when it works. And this is Alpha Temujin. This is the original Sega Saturn version of Temujin. He's obviously a different color. Let's check out his tech, or lack of tech actually. So all he has for turbo movement is a basic one directional turbo. You cannot do the dash shift, the feature that was introduced in this game in the sequel. So if I want to shift directions while I'm using turbo, it's physically impossible. It doesn't come out. He stays moving in that one direction. You can do a jump cancel, that still exists, but there's no air dashing. You jump and try to dash, nothing comes out. You just drop to the floor really slow. No input. They also remove turbo weapons, so you only have your left trigger, your right trigger, or both together. That's how the original game on the Sega Saturn ran, and this is that version of the character. This adds extra difficulty if you want extra difficulty, but yeah, it's basically a stripped down version of Temujin. Because they nerfed the character, they balance it out by giving him higher damage output. So yeah, let's check out left weapon. Yeah, he has the same bomb. Yeah, if you press both buttons together for the turbo, he doesn't shoot it farther. So as you can see, when I'm trying to shoot the grenade a little farther by pressing the turbo button as well, it doesn't come out. That's a feature that's new, or not new, but new in this game when it came out almost 30 years ago. All he can shoot out is that short range grenade. You press the turbo button as well, it doesn't make a difference. But with the regular version of Temujin, he would shoot that farther and it would connect. Let's try this right weapon. It shoots the same beam. It hits harder. It shoots for about 20 a piece. Yeah, if you let it charge up, it goes for about 20. It varies. Hold on, I screwed up. I have to change this so they don't take damage because it keeps resetting the stage and everything. Technical difficulties. We are back. Let's try a right turbo weapon. Ordinarily, it would shoot this massive laser. It doesn't work. That's Alpha Temujin. Very basic. Higher damage, but way less sauce. Let's try Alpha Raiden. We go here once, here once, here twice, here twice, here twice, here 3 times. So this is Alpha Raiden, and everything is the same. No turbo weapons, no dashing shifts, no air dashing, just a very stripped down version of the character where he plays exactly like the Sega Saturn version. So left trigger, it's the same exact weapon. If you try to press the turbo button as well, nothing is gonna change. Right trigger, shoots a rocket. That thing hit really hard. Hold on, it keeps resetting their health. And if I try to press a turbo right weapon, click both together, it doesn't make a difference. If I press my center weapon, that works. It's the exact same, but higher damage. I can't dash shift. He's kind of useless dash shifting anyways because he's pretty slow. He does have faster diagonal movement. That still applies. That's pretty much it. You access these characters by playing fog mode without losing. It's a visually restricting version of the game, but you do get rewarded with these very random EX characters.